44 Winnipeg transit workers are on psychological leave due to violent incidents on buses. The latest incident involving a 21-year-old male passenger who was stabbed after being swarmed by attackers a week ago. The Amalgamated Transit Union, Local 1505, is demanding more action be taken to protect passengers and bus drivers. Joining us now is Mayor Scott Gillingham. Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, they're asking for more safety. There's still violence on buses. What more does the city need to do at this point?
It is a concern, and that's one of the reasons that last year, for the first time ever, we brought in a community safety team. They're community safety officers that are basically, it's transit security. We started with about 20 or so individuals, and we're going to add another 15 in the budget this year. This was a campaign commitment of mine. We need our bus operators to feel confident. We don't want to see our transit operators off on leave because of psychological injuries or just the workplace that they're in. But also, we need safe buses for our transit riders as well. Many Winnipeggers depend upon transit as their only source of transportation to get around the city to school or to work. And so we have, as I said, we've seen some good results so far of these security teams, our community safety officers on the buses and around bus stops as well, to make sure that it's safer. But we also need, bail reform. There's a federal election happening right now. I have said there are too many violent repeat offenders on our streets in Winnipeg, and what happens is you see the news stories, and these individuals are arrested, and many times they're breaching court orders. So we need bail reform. I'm calling, I sent a letter to all the leaders of the federal parties. I'll be sending a letter to all the candidates for federal election in Winnipeg this year to say we need bail reform, we need criminal code reform to keep violent repeat offenders off our streets.
Let's talk a little bit about the bus system itself. It's getting a complete transformation as well.
It is. It's very exciting. So we are going to see at the end of June a complete transformation of our transit system to a new network. That will mean buses will be more frequent and more reliable and more available to more Winnipeggers. It will improve transit for all Winnipeggers across the city. So that's another reason we need to make sure that our transit system is safer. That's why we're adding another 15 officers, community safety officers, to our transit system.
When is that going to happen?
We're in the process of hiring the 15 new individuals right now, so they'll be hired and trained.
Okay.
But the conversion, the change, the switch over to a new transit network is at the end of June this year.
Okay, and so let's talk about this new waste management fee. Cindy Gilroy, councillor, was talking about, instead of putting in the user fee, that we should put in a 1% property tax increase, sort of to offset some of those costs for taxpayers. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the majority of council rejected that idea. The math, the councillor's math just didn't work, and she recognized, I think, that it wouldn't do the trick to increase taxes, and so the new waste management fee is at about $21 a month per the residents. We're one of the last major cities in Canada, if not the last major city in Canada, to go to a waste management fee. Every other major city in the nation has a fee like this, and bringing in this fee at this amount, at about $21 a month, is still one of the lowest fees in all of Canada. And what residents are getting for that is weekly garbage collection, where many other major cities in Canada have gone to garbage collection every 2 weeks. But you get weekly garbage collection, weekly recycling, a composting, pickups drop-offs at community centers, replacement of carts, and other services as well. Okay,
let's talk about the contingency plan that you have to prepare for, because the South End sewage treatment plant is in the process of being refurbished, and the contractor, it sounds like, is walking away or is not going to be able to finish this work. Tell us about that.
It is a contingency plan, and so we've identified some funds that we may need from within an existing budget from another project that we could use, if necessary, to set aside to complete the work if there's an ongoing dispute with that contractor. And so it's just in case right now, and those fees, though, those funds would be recovered through kind of court processes in the future as well. So we're just trying to make sure that we are, making sure that project gets completed, all the work gets done, and that we have money set aside to do it.
Okay, we're getting whiteout street parties again. It's a very exciting time for the city of Winnipeg. Winnipeg. How is this sort of good news for our city and how it pumps up our vibe?
Well, first of all, let's give credit to the Winnipeg Jets,
Yes.
to Coach Arneal and Captain Adam Lowry and the entire team, because without their fantastic season, we wouldn't be here talking about whiteout parties. So credit where credit's due. The whiteout street parties are fantastic for Winnipeg's downtown. Obviously, it's great for our restaurants and it's great for hotels and all the Jets fans that come and enjoy the whiteout party. And I can assure fans that we as a city of Winnipeg, we're working hard with our police service and our public works department and our fire paramedic service to make sure that Winnipeggers have a great and safe time in the downtown. You can have confidence, and of course, half the proceeds of every ticket sale to the whiteout party goes to the United Way, who does outstanding work as well. So looking forward to it, and we really want to see a deep playoff run for the Jets.
Absolutely. Go Jets, go.
Go Jets, go.
Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you.